Ever felt like you do not get enough time during a day and that 24 hours aren't enough to do everything you want? Are you ever running out of home without eating a proper meal because you always end up getting late? Well, same. Welcome. You're listening to TALRadio, powered by Touch of Life Foundation, and this is Foodology. I'm radio host Devansh, and on this show, I talk about the enormous world of a little word called food. We don't realize how much harm we do to ourselves by doing so. Functioning the entire day on coffee sounds trendy, but definitely not healthy. Don't worry, I'm not gonna tell you to wake up an hour early to make breakfast for yourself. You're already short on sleep. This is the point where meal planning steps in. And to be honest, it's an art. If you do it right, life can feel 10 times smoother. But what is meal planning? And is it a new concept? Okay, meal planning is a process of organizing your meals in advance. It is a simple and a very effective way to make sure that you are eating healthy and a balanced diet every day. It's a great tool for those who are looking to maintain a healthy weight, improve their overall health, or simply lead a more organized life. Basically, meal planning involves creating a plan for what you will eat in the coming days, weeks, or months. This can be done in a variety of ways, including using a meal planning app or website, creating a physical meal planning calendar, or simply writing your plan out on a paper. The goal of meal planning is to make sure that you are eating a variety of foods that meet your nutritional needs. This can include foods from all the food groups like vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. By planning your meals in advance, you can ensure that you are getting the nutrients that you need to stay healthy and feel great. Meal planning can also help to save you a lot of time and money. When you plan your meals in advance, you can make a grocery list and purchase only the items that you need. Additionally, meal planning can help to avoid the temptation of eating out or ordering food, which can be expensive and unhealthy. In today's fast-paced world, people are busier than ever, and it's becoming increasingly challenging to eat a healthy diet and stay on top of your nutritional needs. That is where meal planning comes in. It is an excellent way to stay on track. When you plan your meals in advance, you have a better control over what you eat, and you can ensure that you're getting the right balance of macronutrients as well as micronutrients. You can also ensure that you're consuming the right number of calories for your activity level and weight goals. Meal planning can be a fun and a creative way to experiment with new recipes and flavors. By planning your meals in advance, you can try out new ingredients, cuisines, and cooking techniques, and discover new favorites that you might not have otherwise tried. You may think that meal planning is probably another social media trend or some form of fad diet, but this is far from the truth. In fact, meal planning has been around for centuries. Interesting, right? Here's how. In the ancient times, meal planning was a necessary survival skill that was essential to human existence. With limited resources and no refrigeration, early humans had to carefully plan their meals to ensure that they had enough food to survive. Hunters and gatherers would plan their meals based on the availability of food sources, and they would often preserve foods through methods like drying, smoking, or salting to ensure that it would last longer. As human civilizations progressed, meal planning became more sophisticated. With the advent of agriculture and the ability to store foods for longer periods, meal planning became less about survival and more about convenience and taste. Civilizations like Greek and Romans had intricate meal plans that were based on their cultural traditions and religious beliefs. In the Middle Ages, meal planning became more refined, and it was often used as a way to showcase wealth and social status. The nobility would plan elaborate feasts that included multiple courses and exotic ingredients, while the lower classes would often plan simple meals based on whatever food was available to them. Talking about the modern era, meal planning has become more popular than ever before. With busy lifestyles and the convenience of pre-packed and fast foods, meal planning has become an essential practice for those who want to eat healthy and save time. Many people use meal planning as a way to stay on track with their diets or to save money or groceries. In the recent times, meal planning has become more accessible to people with the rise of internet and social media. There are now countless websites, apps, social media pages dedicated to meal planning, offering tips, recipes, and advice for people of all skill levels. This practice has been around for centuries and has evolved alongside human civilization. From its origins as a survival skill to its current popularity as a way to save time and eat healthy, meal planning has played a crucial role in human history and will continue to do so in the future. There are several benefits that meal planning holds. Let's talk about them. As I've already told you that meal planning can save us a lot of time and money. When we plan ahead, we can buy groceries in bulk, take advantage of discounts, and avoid unnecessary trips to grocery stores. This not only saves us money, but it also saves us time and energy in the long run, as we don't have to think about what to cook each day or worry about last-minute grocery shopping. Meal planning can help us eat healthier. When we plan meals in advance, we can make sure that we're eating a balanced and a nutritious diet with all the necessary nutrients and vitamins our body needs. We can also avoid unhealthy snacks and meals that are high in calories, sugar, and unhealthy fats. Meal planning can also counter a very big problem in the world of food, which is food wastage. When we plan our meals ahead of time, we can use up the ingredients we have in our pantry, fridge, or freezer to avoid buying extra food that we don't need or probably won't use. This will not only save us money, but it also reduces food wastage and help us contribute to a more sustainable and eco-friendly world. Meal planning can also help to reduce stress and improve your mental health. When we plan our meals in advance, we don't have to worry about what to cook each day, and we can avoid last-minute decisions and stress. This gives us more time and energy to focus on other important things like work, family, hobbies, and self-care. Meal planning can also help to improve your cooking skills and creativity. When we plan our meals ahead of time, we can experiment with new recipes, ingredients, and cooking methods. And we can challenge ourselves to try new things. This can not only help us improve our cooking skills, but it can also add a variety and excitement to our meals, making them more enjoyable and satisfying. Even though meal planning can be advantageous, there are certain downsides to it as well. Let me shed some light upon that. One downside of meal planning is that it can be time-consuming and can require a lot of effort. Planning meals in advance involves researching recipes, making grocery lists, preparing meals ahead of time. All of this can be a significant investment of time and energy, particularly for those who have busy schedules or find cooking to be a chore. Meal planning can sometimes lead to boredom or monotony. Eating the same meals week after week can become tedious and unappetizing, particularly for those with diverse tastes or food preferences. Additionally, if your meal plan is too rigid, it can make it difficult to respond to changes in appetite or cravings. In extreme cases, meal planning can lead to an unhealthy obsession with food and diet. It can create a hyper-focus on food intake and can lead to an unhealthy relationship with food. This can result in disordered eating patterns, restrictive diets, and distorted body image. So is meal planning good or bad? Should you opt for it or not? The simple answer is that, as I've mentioned earlier, meal planning can have both benefits and downsides, which means that it is not necessarily good or bad. It can be an effective strategy for people who want to maintain a healthy diet, save money, and reduce food waste. Planning meals in advance can help people to make healthier food choices and ensure that they consume a balanced diet and avoid the temptation to indulge in unhealthy foods. On the other hand, it can be time-consuming. It can be too rigid or repetitive and can lead to an unhealthy relationship with food. But according to me, the bottom line is that it is not a one-size-fits-all solution, and it may not be suitable for everyone. People should weigh the pros and cons of meal planning and determine whether it aligns with their lifestyles, dietary needs, and preferences, and then decide to go further with it. Meal planning involves selecting and organizing meals that align with a person's dietary goals, preferences, and schedules. There are certain ways in which you can go ahead and meal plan if you choose to side with the advantages of it. The best way to meal plan at home involves researching and selecting recipes that align with your preferences. This approach can be time-consuming, but it offers the most flexibility in terms of variety and customization. You can also take the approach of bulk cooking, for example. This involves cooking a large batch of a particular meal or ingredient and then using it for multiple meals throughout the week. For instance, you can cook a big pot of chickpeas and then use it throughout the week in multiple ways. Bulk cooking can save time and money, while also ensuring that you have healthy meals available throughout the week. And refrigeration is the key here. And if you feel like meal planning just by yourself is hard, you can always make use of technology. There are numerous meal planning apps and tools available online that can help you to plan your meals effectively. These apps can help to generate grocery lists, they can suggest recipes, and they even provide nutritional information, which can be a great way to start your journey on meal planning. Okay, creating meal plans can be a little difficult and time-consuming, so here I am sharing this little meal plan with you so that you can navigate around it and create yours that suits your needs. For the first day, you can make oatmeal with chopped apples, cinnamon, and honey for breakfast. For your snacks, you can try Greek yogurt mixed with blueberries, perhaps. Chickpeas and a vegetable curry with brown rice can be perfect for your lunch. Carrot sticks and hummus can make for a perfect evening snack. For dinner, you can have baked sweet potatoes topped with black beans, avocados, and some salsa. The next day, you can maybe try scrambled tofu with spinach and a toast. Fruits alongside almond butter could make the perfect daytime snack. Try some dal and rice with a side of salad for lunch. A vegetable stir fry with tofu, quinoa, and a side of steamed broccoli will make the perfect dinner for day 2. Let's make day 3 a little interesting. Try a smoothie bowl with mixed berries, bananas, spinach, and almond milk. For snacks, try a trail mix with nuts and dried fruits. For lunch, you can have a basic Indian meal. For lunch. For dinner, zucchini noodles with marinara sauce or maybe chickpea meatballs. For day 4, you can have Greek yogurt with granola for your breakfast. Palak paneer with brown rice and a side of cauliflower for lunch. Mushroom and spinach risotto and a side of Brussels sprouts for dinner. For day 5, maybe you can repeat things that you had during the other days. Or can make a falafel wrap with hummus and a side of salad. A meal plan can include so many things, and if you feel like all these things can be overwhelming for you, you can maybe try to incorporate multiple elements or ingredients in multiple days and multiple meals. By incorporating a mixture of whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables, you can ensure that you are consuming a balanced and a healthy diet. Additionally, this meal plan also includes snacks and treats to satisfy your cravings and keep you full throughout the day. Meal planning is a great strategy that has been gaining popularity because people seek to improve their dietary habits, save time, and reduce food waste. By planning your meals in advance, you can ensure that you have access to healthy and nutritious meals that align with your dietary goals and preferences. While meal planning has many benefits, it can also have some downsides. Despite the potential drawbacks that I've mentioned, meal planning can be an excellent tool for achieving a healthy and balanced diet. It can help you save time, money, it can reduce food waste, and help you make healthier food choices. Additionally, it's an excellent way to explore new foods and cuisines and to experiment with different dietary approaches. Ultimately, whether meal planning is a good or bad strategy for an individual depends on their unique circumstances. Some people find it a great way to control their diet and improve their health, while others prefer a more flexible approach. With the right approach, meal planning can be a great way to achieve a healthy and balanced diet. And the best part is that you have the entire creative freedom. Doesn't that sound interesting? Maybe you should try meal planning too, and let me know about it. I thank you so much for sticking around with me on this episode of Foodology. I had an incredible time talking to you. This is radio host Devansh, signing off. Hope you have a beautiful and a magical day ahead. See you soon.